I saw a stat there. I think Mario Lemieux is the only other guy that's kind of done it at that age. So just incredible, incredible.
You mentioned last night that it should surprise everyone, but it doesn't. Just is there anything about him that still does surprise you? Like truly, like gets like kind of surprises you how he operates?
Yeah. No, I had seen him get off the mat like that before. He had that San Jose injury against Vegas, came back the next round for Game 7 and scored twice, and I think we won 3-2. So, I had seen exactly that. He just keeps doing it. There's it's hard to describe. You think as you get older that you would lose some of those traits and abilities, but he keeps doing it.
From the beginning of the injury, you guys kind of didn't put a timeline on it. Was that intentional in not wanting to rush him back?
Yeah.
Any sort of public pressure? Like, what was the thinking behind? Usually, you guys go with some sort of loose
Yeah.
timeline.
Well, I mean, a head injury, there is no real timeline. I mean, you have to be symptom free for a certain amount of time, and you don't know when you're going to get symptom free. And every player is different, and every time you get a concussion, it could be longer, it could be shorter. They're just uncertain injuries. So, it's not like a broken bone or a shoulder where the doctor tells you what it is, and we can relay that. There really was no timeline. It was when he passed the hurdles he needed to pass to come back.
Going back to the honest assessment, is that unique, and how does that process work? Is it because you have some veteran players?
Yeah.
Big help?
Yeah, I think we've got an honest group. I don't know how unique it is. I think you don't get. You don't have the regular season you have and get to the second round of the playoffs and get down to the final 8 teams unless you have an honest group. I think that's probably where it isn't unique. The 8-team standing, I think, probably all have the same characteristics, and that's an ability to assess your game honestly and fix things moving forward and keep the things you're doing well.
Externally, after Game 1 against Minnesota, it felt a little bit darker just because of the Pavelski situation.
Mm-hmm.
With this, it feels like, you mentioned the similarities to Game 1, but does the vibe feel different to you after this?
Yeah, and that is a good point. I think it definitely was darker because of the Pavelski situation. So I think we know what we have to do. You have to give them credit. They came in and worked hard and competed and found a way to win a game. I think we know we can and have to be better. We are healthy, and I like our best game against anybody in the league. It's on us to bring that 6 times here.
Pete, managing their team speed, how much of that is schematic and how much of that is players recognizing
Yeah.
the pace they have to play at now?
Yeah. There's no doubt the pace is different. It's a different game than Minnesota, and it took us, probably a period or so to get used to it. But I thought we did. I didn't think it was an issue in the latter part of that game. So, we played speed teams all year. We played hard, heavy teams all year. So, we have that ability to adjust to that. It's not a schematic thing.
You talked about Pabs, but I'm curious, just from an age standpoint, to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's the second oldest in the NHL.
Yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible. And in a different era, where the game's much faster, much younger. So, you would think that that the slowing down would have a more dramatic effect on his ability to impact the game, and it doesn't. That's the amazing part. I think being 38 or 40, playing in the 80s, where the speed of the game wasn't like it is right now, probably was a little bit easier to have an impact. Now it's a track meet out there, and there's a lot of young legs out there, and he still finds a way to make himself effective.
There's always that fear of father time eventually showing
Yeah.
up, but is there some part of you that's thrilled that you got him for at
Yeah.
every year?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? He keeps defying that. You know, he keeps doing. He's one of those rare athletes that keeps defying it, keeps himself works really hard at it. That's what you guys wouldn't see. You know how hard and committed he is to making sure that he's still effective. He takes a lot of pride. I mean, this guy's done everything but win a Stanley Cup. That's all he wants to do. He's got enough money to retire and never have to worry about it again. He wants to win, and you know, the minute he isn't able to contribute and be effective, I think he'll walk away. But you know, I don't see that anywhere on the horizon right now.
We talked during the Minnesota series about how this is a different challenge for Robertson to score as
Yeah.
opposed to the regular season. What's his process trying to break through
Yeah.
the scoring, and how much do the moving pieces maybe affect that?
Yeah. Well, you see it all over the league. I mean, just last round we saw Kaprizov and Boldy, you know, have trouble scoring against us for 5 or 6 games. It's hard to score this time of year, and you have to fight through, and you have to keep battling, and you have to not get frustrated and not not fall into the trap where you're feeling sorry for yourself or you lose some confidence and swagger. And I think all scorers go through that, and I think he's battling. That's one thing I'll give him credit for. I think he's battling for us.
Between your two trade deadline acquisitions, it feels like Domi was dealt the unfortunate hand, you know, in terms of losing Sagan 2 games in, then Marchment, and then
Yeah.
Marchment comes back, losing Pavelski, losing Sagan again. Do you feel like this finally can allow him to show everything that he's capable of doing?
I think so. I thought that line was our best line last night by far. So that's good. You know, I think when I look at our games, you know, over the last month, you know, it's usually been Rupe's line, you know, where I would say that's been our best line. I felt Domi's line last night was our best line and our most dangerous line all night. So, you know, that potentially gives us at least 2 lines that can do that, and you know, we've got to get more too. You know, our depth line. This is a 4-line series, and every line has to accept the challenge of going out and outplaying the line you're out against on the other team, because that's their strength. And we didn't get enough of that last night.
With Domi in particular, though, like what does he bring when he is
Yeah.
returning the way he was yesterday?
Yeah. Well, speed. You know, he speed. He's got power in his game. He likes to attack. He can make plays. He's got a lot of offensive elements that I think if you're a guy like Pav or Mason Marchment, it's nice to play with a guy like that.